Testing, testing. Fine, okay.
Hello, and welcome back, finally. What can I say? I've got a week off work, yeah! So, update, apart from the fact that I've got a week off work, the update is, lots of strippage. Just been coming out as and when I can, doing wee bits. We've got the wiring harness all removed off, everything's sort of labelled up, whatnot, back end. I've sort of chopped roughly, marked roughly where I'm wanting hoop to go, sort of there. I don't want to do the whole small seat thing, because I've got one of the Chinese best things there, from China Land back in the day. I bought it back in the day. I was going to use it, but no good for 2-up. So plan is to make said seat long enough for 2-up. Okay. So going to do a bit more cleanage to the engine, a bit more degrease and clean and what have you. And got brand new chain sprockets, all that kind of stuff to throw on. Forks off. I should have filmed the forks. Oh my god, the oil in the fork was foaming out. It was like green foam. The forks are here. It was absolutely disastrous. I've done a wee bit of cleaning to the fork just to see how they would come up or whatever. It's mainly the side here. It's came up not too bad actually in comparison to the one that I haven't cleaned. Not too bad, but I'm still thinking I may well be painting, which I probably will end up painting. Also, if I can get you just sit there please, thank you. Fork stanchions. Oh my god, this bike has been kicking my ass. Fork stanchions. Oh my god, look at this. Oh, heavily pitted. So in all my wisdom, I decided I'm going to buy new stanchions, new used stanchions, whatever I can get my hands on. I've seen this guy on eBay. He was selling at a reasonable price. They were all re-chromed stanchions and what have you. Decided to pull the trigger on them before somebody else got them. It was a good price, £100 for the pair. All re-chromed. He had them re-chromed for a project he was doing. Ended up he decided against doing the resto. I think he was going for the USDs or whatever. So he was selling bits and bobs. I decided to buy the stanchions. So got the beautiful stanchions. All lovely and look at that. No pitting, no nothing. Terrific. The problem being though is just a wee tiny problem, wee tiny issue with these lovely beautiful stanchions. Can you see what the issue is? Oh shit. Yes, we can see what the issue is. So yeah, it turns out that the L, the luxury, I use that term loosely, the GS750L fork stanchions, the luxury version, they're longer. than the ordinary GS 750 whatever E's, whatever they were. So yeah, about 100 mil, about 10 centimeters each. I think there's 708 or something like that. These are 61 something or other, something like that. And unfortunately, the guy who sells the bits and bobs, non-refundable. So beautiful stanchions to fit the GS 750s. Anybody interested, holler at me. They're there, all lovely re-chromed and stuff. There's like one wee abrasive mark where they were clamped into the forks. I think it might be on this particular one here, one wee line across it, but obviously it's where it clamps in, so you're never going to see it. So yeah, what am I going to do? I don't know what I'm going to do. I really want to, I don't want to mess about. I want to get the bike up and running, ready for the summer coming. I've got most of the bits here for it now, for me to rock and roll. So I've got these, the fork gaiters. So I'm toying with the idea of hiding the pitted forks under the fork gaiters until such times as I can source, do a bit more research and maybe source something or other, because to buy the stanchion, I think they're around about 200 quid each. Obviously 400 quid, a lot of money. Don't necessarily want to spend out that sort of money. So yeah, the joys. Carbs are sitting nice, they're done, dusted, but I want to do a bit more cleaning on the engine. I'm going to paint. I'm not too sure what way I'm going to paint it, but I'm going to paint the engine. Bit more cleaning, as I say, to the engine, which is going to happen. There's no point in you watching any of this. I am going to film the important stuff. I'm going to film the I don't know where. I don't know where I'll show me chopping this. What I'm intending on doing is I want to try and keep as much of this bracing as possible, chop away, but try and leave as much of this as possible so I can utilize this bracing for the new hoop. To go on, got myself a lovely new welder. You might have seen in the video I built this wee welding trolley, but I got myself a lovely new welder. There she blows. Stalworks. Got it from Norseman down off the Newtonards Road, D Street. About 400 quid, 380, 400 quid, something like that, I think it was. Haven't used it yet. I probably will need to practice on it. I've done gasless welding, but I wanted to do the gas this time because I've heard the gas is definitely better. There's a few bits and bobs. It's actually better with utilizing gas. People are saying, they're saying it's a cleaner weld. It penetrates better due to the gas. What else? Oh, there was a load of pros with doing the gas. So, but I need to practice a wee bit, and just to get the feelers in. You know how it is. So, yeah. So got some 2 mil, I think it is 1.8 or 2 mil thick plate there. So that's from this. I'm going to make my own seat. I've got foam there, I've got everything else. I just haven't got anything to cover it with yet. I'm sort of toying with the idea of a particular colour to go with it. So, I mean, eventually I want to do the Dyna S coil pack thing with the new electronics system and what have you on it. But that's not going to happen, I don't think, this side of the summer. I don't think. I'm wanting to try and I'm going to paint the engine, get it cleaned up, paint the engine, get the hoop sorted out, get everything all back together. I have a new LED indicators, LED headlamp to go on. I'm going to clean all this, the triple trees up and what have you and stuff, and repaint nice and get them to the point where it's all sitting nice. You know, I'm going to freshen some of this up. So it's some of it's looking a wee bit rusty and dirty and yucky and whatnot. I've chopped off a few bits already. Maybe other bits and bobs I might want to chop off. You know, I want to do the whole tray thing with the wiring nice and neat and tidy, but that mightn't happen. You know, because I mean, time scales and stuff. You know, it's quite a long process. You know, as you can appreciate. So yeah, still plenty to do. To get it all buttoned up and sitting the point where, you know, she's readable. So yeah, so the important things I will film and I will show. I'm going to have a week off this week. Yay! So but there's going to be a bit of cleaning on the engine and stuff that I'm not going to film, because it's like, you know what I mean? It's what you're cleaning the engine. So, oh yeah, the rubbers on the whatchamacalls it there for the carbs. I've got one of them off here. They were a wee bit tired, a wee bit dry and a wee bit tired. So I took one off, give it a clean, and I've saturated it. Is that a word? Saturated it in this here. It's a conditioner thing, rubber and plastic conditioner. Cleans and restores and protects. It's a spray-on thing. I left it in a wee tray, sprayed it. You know, make sure it got all round inside, sprayed it, and it has brought it back to life to a certain extent. I mean, ideally you would like to buy new ones, but again, I might just go ahead and do that because it's the cheaper way of going about getting it ready for putting back on the road again. So yeah, quick update. Poor Forks. Thought I was doing the right thing, but yeah, she still continues to kick my ass. But you know, we will get there. We will prevail in the end. So yeah, and this might be running concurrent with something else. I might do something else and jam it all together into one vid and put it out there, because it has been since before Christmas. We're now what, sort of the end of January, so it's been almost 2 months, and I have just been coming out, stripping, cleaning, bits and pieces and what have you and stuff. So yeah, I might add something else on this vid just to make it a wee bit more worthwhile watching and what have you. So onwards and upwards, people. Let's do this. Let's get this bike sorted. Okay, one day I'll just wake up and it'll be done. And they'll be like, yes, let's get out and ride the bloody thing. You know? Okay. Ciao.